5 ways this period destroy our ego. Nobody expected it. Everything was fine, everything was far away, and bam! Health crisis. Like us, many have wondered how it is possible. As many begin to realize the fragility of humanity. To better understand, here are the points that started to make us more humble. Number 1. We are only human and can be sick in Augenblick. Like we say in German, Augenblick is just in a second. We knew? Nobody knew. Even young people who believed themselves to be robust and whose CV of illness were virgin found themselves having symptoms. Others have even succumbed to the worst. Even people who were not seen as humans announced that they are affected. For example, the leaders of certain countries or kingdoms. Let's be honest. They seem so far and rich to us that we imagine them the last to fall ill, right? Before going to look at their names on Google, here is the second point. We panic for an invisible great monster. Do we realize that we are at war against a weapon invisible to the naked eye? Before, we used a rifle to send people to the hospital. Now it's a touch of the hand. This is why there is panic. This exposes the limit of the human body. We need machines, but when will we be able to create robots that prophesize the future and give solutions? Number 3. Even great countries cannot plan everything. We told ourselves, even France, even the United States, even Germany. Here are 3 big rich countries. We relied, like everyone else, on the efficiency of medicine, government, and technology. For us, this kind of suffering was reserved for poor countries. But very quickly, we realized that poor or rich country, our organism is generally constituted the same. Number 5. It is possible to run out of space in the hospital in great countries. It is possible that despite our level, we could not predict that there will be as many patients so quickly. This is one of the reasons for the high death rate. Fortunately, while doctors from other countries arrive in the West for helping hand as in Italy, fortunately, rooms are being created more and more to accommodate more patients. If it happens to others, it can happen to me. We all know now, if you are a balanced person at minimum, what happens to the other can happen to me. In truth, it is better to think like that than to say that it only happens to others. That way, we are more psychologically prepared. We have great parents and friends we love. Why will we deserve more than the others that everything remains perfect? For those who pray, stay in prayer, and for those who do not pray, hope. But it is always better to prepare mentally. Number 5. Technology doesn't solve everything. In any case, our current technology is not yet developed to the point where we can fix everything. If that were the case, there are many diseases that will no longer exist. It is the same for our medicines, which cannot solve half of health concerns in the world. What touches the precious human body is very complex, and even if we are endowed with an intelligence to the point of building machines which draw water away from the sea, for the interior of the body we still remain far enough. First of all, we have to understand it completely, and that is probably not possible yet. Now our bonus point. There will probably be another surprise like this in the future. Some say it's just a taste. This episode will certainly strengthen the immune defenses of those who will survive it. But whether in 1 year or 10 years, there will still be a surprise. Maybe not in the same field, maybe on the internet. Let's just transpose this virus on the net for a second. It will turn the world upside down. Anyways, you sometimes have to accept the situation with humility to be less afraid. Besides, if I'm not touched by this surprise, what proves me that I won't be the next time? If you feel your muscles contracting, take a breath and you breathe out. We came to find the world as it is. Relaxed? Here is your reward if you followed the video so far. What is the purpose of my life? If someone had been told that he was going to cross the river in early 2020 because of a global epidemic, he would never have believed it. You have to be thankful that you are still there, asking the right question for yourself, because we did not serve as first cobaye. No one came into the world to go miserably without leaving anything. This thing that animates you, there you feel it, this thing that you reject because you are afraid. This is the gift you have to live. So rule your life, take away what destroys your body and your soul, heal and get started. Who knows? Maybe you are the genius who will create the next brand of clothing that boosts immunity. If you have learned something, encourage the community by putting a thumbs up. What is the point that makes you think? Activate the notifications to discover the positive consequences that this period will leave. Bye.